As you saw in the title of this video, today I'm going to be talking about whether or not my anthropology major was worth it. And that seems to be the million-dollar question. Ever since I started making videos on YouTube almost 2 years ago now, people have asked me whether or not I think my major's worth it. And it didn't seem like the right time to answer this question until I was reaching the end of my college experience. And unfortunately, now I am. That's where I'm at in life. I'm going to be graduating. But it felt like the right time to tell you guys, A, if I think the anthropology major was worth it, and B, how you can make the anthropology major worth it. So if these are things you are wondering, definitely stick around. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, the first thing that I think you should do if you decide to major in anthropology and also make it worth your time is to build connections with professors. A very common thing for people to do when majoring in anthropology is to continue with academia. And if that's not you, that's totally fine. A lot of people also choose not to do that. But if that's something that you decide to do, professors are the key to success. They give you research opportunities. They write your letters of success. They are very known, likely, for what they do. It's incredibly hard to get a professorship position. So if you can build connections with these people, I would highly recommend doing that. I will link a video right here and down below where I talk about, in that video somewhere, how to do this, because I don't want to waste all your time on that in this video right now. Now, the next thing that I would highly recommend doing to make the anthropology major worth your time is getting involved as early as possible. Now, I don't mean you have to have taken an anthropology class as a freshman. I think if you knew that that's what you wanted to do out the gate, that's really impressive, and that's definitely not what I did. I didn't know that I wanted to study anthropology that early on, but I hate to say it, but people change their minds all the time. Like, I can't remember what the stat is, but there's some statistic where people change their major in college, like average 3 or 4 times. I'll try to find the actual one. And like I said before, I don't necessarily mean getting involved in your classes. I mean getting involved outside of the classroom. So whether that's through field work or research or volunteering in a museum, because the quicker that you do this, the quicker you realize if anthropology is actually something that you want to be doing. I don't think it would be good to get to the end of college and realize, hey, maybe I actually don't want to do this. That happens all the time. I'm seeing it happen now. People are graduating and being like, crap, maybe my major's not what I want to do. And I think if you guys get the hands-on experience early, you prevent yourself from having this problem. Now, the third and final thing that I think you all should be doing and thinking about to make the anthropology major worth it, I mentioned this in last week's video, is thinking about careers early on. If you enjoy anthropology classes, that's really great. That's pretty good for those 4 years. But if you don't enjoy the opportunities that an anthropology major can give you after college, it's not going to be the right thing to do. I think you have to look at what kinds of jobs you can get with an anthropology major. And if none of those really appeal to you, it could be worth reconsidering what you're majoring in during college. Again, I hate to say that that's probably not something that everybody wants to hear, but it's something that no one tells you as a freshman. I mean, if you want to be a travel photographer or work for National Geographic, or if you want to go into the museum space and be a museum exhibit curator or a conservator, or maybe you want to get your PhD in biological anthropology and travel to Costa Rica and study primates. Like, what about those excites you? What makes you anxious? What makes you nervous? What gets your wheels turning? Think about that. And if something stands out to you, then I think that an anthropology major would absolutely be worth it. But if you get to the end of college and realize that the opportunities that are out there aren't actually a great fit for you, then the anthropology major will not ever be worth it. Now, that's all I actually had for my tips section. Now I wanted to tell you guys if I think that the anthropology major was worth it. Now, for me, this is going to come at a huge surprise to all of you. But I would say that anthropology was definitely worth it for me for the last 4 years. I do think it takes a certain type of person. I do think it takes someone who's willing to push themselves a little bit further and push themselves outside the classroom to engage with opportunities in the field. And if you can do that, I think that anthropology will also be worth it for you. I have had the opportunity to study what I absolutely love for the last 4 years, and I've also had the opportunity to make videos online about anthropology for the last almost 2 years. And now, as I get ready to graduate, I am going to look back on this time and know that I freaking loved college. I loved the friends that I made. I loved the dorm that I got to live in. I loved the campus that I got to go to class on. But on top of all of that, I actually loved the classes that I was taking while I was an undergraduate student at UCLA. I freaking love this school. I love the professors. I love the classes. It's been the most wonderful experience, even considering the fact that I had to go through college during a global pandemic. That definitely makes things so much harder, and a piece of me is so sad that that time did get taken away. But it doesn't change the fact that I love my major and I love my school. I had the opportunity to do fully funded anthropological research. I get to present this research at an anthropology conference. I got to volunteer in a museum. I got to do so many cool things that I think not everyone gets to do. And so for those reasons, I would absolutely say that the anthropology major was worth it for me. But remember not to compare yourself directly to me or the people around you. What matters the most to me, and especially what should matter the most to you, is that you find something that you love, whether or not that's in anthropology. Engage with those opportunities earlier, and I'm sure you guys will stumble into the right thing one way or another. Now, that is actually all that I have to say in this week's video. I cannot believe that we're already this far into the quarter. I'm really trying to figure out exactly what content I want to get out to you guys in the next few weeks, just because this is such like a special time in my life, I guess. There's things that are happening now that I really only get to do the one time. So yeah, I just want to make the best of this time and share with you guys the content and the things that you're really wanting to know, especially as I graduate and get ready to enter this completely new chapter in my life. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic. All right, bye you guys. I will see everyone next Sunday.